welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know, my name is Kat, and today I'm bringing you guys another video. It's going to be a little bit different than what I have put on my channel in the past. I am going to be talking about my weight loss journey, how I lost all the weight that I did, what diet I stuck to, and things that helped me stay motivated throughout my journey, and also how I'm able to maintain my weight loss now that I did reach my goal. Before we get started, I do want to make a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I don't really know what I'm doing. I literally just decided to stick with something, and that's what I did. If you're having issues with your weight, of course, check out a doctor, talk to your doctor, meet with a professional if you really feel like you need more guidance, because I am not that person. But with all that being said, let's hop into the video. I feel like the best place to start is what really made me decide to lose weight. Now, back in, I would say December of 2019, I started going to the gym, and I was really good about that. I was staying consistent with the gym, but my diet was still along the lines of whatever I wanted it to be. I literally ate whatever I wanted. I probably ate out sometimes like twice a day. I mean, I was drinking beer every night. I was partying a lot. I was literally just doing whatever I wanted and wasn't even thinking about what I was putting into my body. And then quarantine came around, and I just realized, I'm like, this is it. I'm like, if I don't get myself under control, I'm gonna gain so much weight during quarantine. I just knew it was coming. I know how I am. I feel like my body I feel like it's easy for me to gain weight, if that makes sense. Like, I just feel like my body blows up like that. I'm sure we all feel like that. And I was just really scared. I'm like, if I don't get this under control, I'm gonna be on my 600-pound life by the end of quarantine. So that's what made me really decide that it was time to change my diet, because I was working out, but my diet was not there. And that is when I did some research and I looked into the keto diet, which I'm sure everyone is familiar with. Everyone talks about it. I feel like right now it's really popular. Everyone's like, get on the keto diet, you will lose weight, which you will. And so that's when I decided that that is what I was gonna go with. Now, the keto diet is a high fat, medium protein, very, 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 very minimal carb intake. And I really researched the diet. I wrote down all the things that I could eat, and I kind of just went with it. And the first 2 weeks sucked. I was lightheaded all the time. Like, you're literally going through a withdrawal of sugar and carbohydrates. Your body just is like, what's going on? And that part was really hard. I was moody, absolutely. I definitely had cravings, and it was hard to stick to at first. But the one thing that I did have on my side was that it was quarantine, so I had all the time in the world to make food. And I think that that is sometimes what gets in the way for people, is that, you know, we all have our lives, our jobs and stuff. We come home after working all day. We don't always feel like cooking and things like that. And so being in quarantine and having all of the free time to cook all of my food, it worked a lot better for me. But it also opened my eyes to realize that it's not that hard. We build it up in our heads to make it feel like it's such a chore, it's so difficult, it's this and it's that. But in reality, you're telling yourself it's that. Tell yourself it's easy. Tell yourself this is good. Tell yourself this is what's good for me. This is gonna make me feel good. This is long term, like, this is adding to my success. So I think that perspective has a lot to do with it as well. And another thing about the keto diet, I think that sometimes people don't understand exactly why it's so easy to lose weight on the keto diet. Basically, your body runs off of carbohydrates. So when you take that out of the equation, your body is going to run on your fat, your stored fat, the fat that you take in. And that's why the weight loss is so, like, right in front of your face. You can't miss it, because your body is burning all of your fat, and that's how it's running everything. So I think that that's important, because for a long time I didn't really understand, like, what is keto, what is ketosis, what does all of this mean? But that's basically what it is. And along with my dieting. I was also working out. Now, during quarantine, obviously, gyms were closed. So I was going on hikes every day. I was bringing my best friend with me. We were going on hikes. I was walking. I was doing workouts at home. I was making sure that I was active every single day because literally we had nothing to do. Everything was closed. There's nothing to do. So, and as I was working out, I think that this is also a big thing, is that as I was working out, that I realized, like, I work out for 2 hours, I still have 8 hours of my day to lay around and do nothing. And I can feel not guilty about it because I worked out for 2 hours. I went on a 2-hour walk. I went on a hike. I ran. I did all these things. So it's like, now, okay, I'm allowed to relax and do nothing all day. And I feel like that's what people let their brains tell them, that working out is this big project, but it's like, it takes 30 minutes and then you have the rest of your day to do absolutely nothing. And that's okay because you worked out. You told yourself you were going to work out and you did it. Okay, now you can relax and do what you want. And during quarantine, I really realized that. I'm like, I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I go on my hike. I get back at 11. I'm like, I still have the whole day, and it makes you feel good about yourself and it makes you feel productive, and it changes your brain, and just like it's as if it opens a whole new window into your brain, like exercise. I literally vouch for it. Whenever they say that exercise is good for your brain, it literally is good for your brain. I tell all my friends, I'm like, dude, get back in the gym. And it's not because you need to lose weight, it's because it's good for your brain. Like, it's just so good for you. And I just think that that's a really big point, is that, an hour out of your day is literally nothing. Like, just get up, work out, get moving, and you'll feel amazing about yourself. And I'm reading over my notes here, and that is kind of touching on how I stayed motivated. I feel like positive talk and telling yourself, like, just do it, get it over with. That's, it's okay. Just do it. What else are you going to do other than be on your phone for hours? And I hate sitting on my phone for hours, honestly. And another thing is, like, I saw results quickly. Like, within the first few months, I probably lost an easy 30 pounds. And you see that, and you see the scale go down, and you see that your clothes are like 10 times bigger on you, you can't help but be motivated. You can't help but want to keep going. And you're like, I just lost 30 pounds. Oh my gosh, imagine what 3 more weeks of this will do. So it's hard at first to like get started and you don't see the results, but consistency is key. Absolutely. And that's what stuck with me, is being consistent and not giving myself excuses. You can tell yourself it's okay you didn't do something, but is it really? Is it really okay that you didn't do something? No. And it's just like you're training yourself to have bad habits. And I feel like those things follow you through life. Like, forget working out, forget exercise. What about just like your self-discipline and saying you're going to do something and doing it? That is very rewarding. And I didn't realize that until I was on top of that and doing it every day and implementing it in my life every single day. Things like that are amazing traits you could have for yourself. You have to hold yourself to a very high standard, I feel like. And that is the only way that you will really be successful in anything that you do. And I don't want to get too deep and I don't want to get too into it, but I just feel like I'm just like, and even now after I've reached my goal weight, I'm where I want to be. I've surpassed my goal weight, actually. And I'm just finding that a lot of the things that I learned about myself through my weight loss journey, like, I'm implementing in my real life. And it's just like, I see people who have, I feel bad saying this, but have terrible like habits and like very lazy habits. And I just feel like it's very bad for you. And I feel like the more that you can be on top of yourself and hold yourself to a high standard and not give yourself excuses, the better your life will be as a whole, not just in your health. Just what I think, just how I feel. Now in this video, I don't want to make it too long. I don't want to talk everyone's ear off about, weight loss, this, that, and third. And what I find is the most amazing part about all of this is that my lifestyle has completely changed, and I do not even I can't say that. I can't say that I don't crave the foods that I don't allow myself to eat, but I don't feel like I'm restricted. Like, I wake up every day and I eat what I want. It's in my diet, but it's what I want. I don't really want this unhealthy foods. I really don't want to, indulge myself in a plate full of carbs now. I'm just so far into the lifestyle that it literally is my lifestyle. I work in a restaurant. Everything I order at the restaurant is keto. Everything that I eat is keto. At the very most, it would be low carb. Because it gets to a point where it's like you've come so far, like, and you realize it's not worth it. All of those things that you used to find so important in food, just, like, now I don't live to eat. And I know we all hear that all the time, but it's just so true. I used to live to eat. All I wanted to do was eat. When I was sad, I ate. When I was upset, I ate. Happy, let's go get food, day off, dinner, That's kind of just like all my life was about. And as I had changed my lifestyle, I still loved food. I still love to go out to eat. I still love to do all those things, but it just that's not the center of my life. And I feel better eating foods that make me feel good, and I feel better eating foods that I know are going to help maintain my healthy lifestyle. This video is a little hard for me because I feel like it's kind of personal, and I don't really make videos where I just talk. It's usually like a tutorial or something, but I don't want to make this video too deep. I don't want to get too into it, but I just feel like if you're looking to lose weight and you have maybe a lot of weight to lose, or your goal weight is pretty far away from where you're at, the best thing that you can do is to wake up every morning and not give yourself excuses. If you're trying to reach a goal, why are you telling yourself it's okay that you didn't do something? You need to hold yourself to a standard and live by that. If you're trying to lose 70 pounds, why are you telling yourself it's okay you ate fast food? If you want to lose 70 pounds, why are you telling yourself it's okay that you drank a cup of soda? That's not okay. No matter which way you look at it, you're just letting yourself live in these bad habits, and that's not what you want. You need to structure your life to be the best person you can be, and you'll just be able to coast through life being the best that you can be. And I just feel like that's very important, and I'm super into the no excuses thing. And I know that some people feel like that's too much, they can't handle that. Well, ask if they're seeing results. You can take it how you want. It might be rude, it might be blatant, but that's what it is. You can stick to it, you can give yourself 100%, or you can sell yourself short and tell yourself it's okay you didn't do something. And I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I just feel like what I found is that when I changed my lifestyle, I changed as a person. I'm literally 100% different than I was 8 months ago. And I will never be that person again. And I can say that now I'm very proud of who I am because I don't make excuses for myself. I don't tell myself it's okay I didn't do something. I get up and I do it. And that's how I saw results. That's how I was able to lose 70 pounds. That is how I was able to surpass my goal weight. And I don't want this to sound rude, and I don't want it to sound insensitive, but I think that sometimes we all need to hear that. It's not about being comfortable. It's not about it's not about whether it's hard or not. It's hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, I will say. But it was worth it. And I would do it all again in a heartbeat, because the person I am today, because I told myself I have to do this and I did it. The self-discipline I have, I'll never have to worry about it again.